What's going on, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back to you all, getting this chat updated real quick. Coming back to you guys with another update. Of course, we do these live streams, at least I try to, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday for you guys. And pretty much the Sunday one, of course, is just Sunday stock watch, just stocks that I'm kind of looking out for Monday specifically, as well as like just for the rest of the week and beyond. And then obviously on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I try to just give you guys an update on my profits or losses, hopefully more profits than losses, of course, and just how stocks are performing, if there were any like huge sell-offs in stocks that I didn't foresee coming. And just like I said, just ultimately update you guys on stocks that I'm also looking out for just going forward for day traders, swing traders, etc. This one is kind of a mix in between the day trade and swing trade, because most of the stocks that I try to find you can swing trade as well as day, just depending on the chart and the trends. Obviously, you can see right here, this one here, SHLD, Sears Holding Corporation. We'll get into that one here in a little bit. But pretty much I just want to go over profits for the day. So for the day, I was up pretty much 3% with including after hours. I'm up $7.92 for the day, up to $289.12. Hopefully you guys can see that all right. It was an up and down day for sure. Acre got all the way up to almost like 72 cents. I think it was around like 71.4 if I remember right. I think that was pre-market hours if I remember right, but then it dropped down to like 66, got about 50 shares, around 67, 66 cents, and now it's back up currently to just about 70 cents again in after hours. My total profit for Acre, if I were to like sell today, like right now, which I can't obviously because I don't have Robinhood Gold, but my profit would be 1.51% total, because my average cost for Acre is about 68, 69 cents, and obviously it's right at 70, it's at 0.699, so my total profit would be $2.34, nothing big, which is why I'm holding out in hopes that, well, not hopes, I'm expecting Acre now to probably reach the 75 cent mark. I mentioned that over and over, that I think Acre could hit 75 cents, but that I wasn't going to get greedy. Well, I do think it for sure will hit 75, if not 80, but if it does hit 75, I'm for sure selling out. I'm thinking that it will either tomorrow or Wednesday, but I'm really hoping to just get rid of Acre as well as BPMX, possibly all of it tomorrow, and then just start totally fresh and go with strictly day trades, because I really just do not like swing trading as much. I just see more potential, more profit by doing day trading versus swing. But everyone has their own thing at the end of the day. That's a whole nother subject for a different video. But yeah, Acre finally starting to bounce back up. I told you guys over and over, obviously I'm not telling you guys what to invest in specifically, but I believed in Acre. I could have got distracted when it hit like 55 cents, not distracted. I could have got just worried and sold off whenever it dipped all the way down to 55, but instead I stayed with it, kept buying low, not selling, but kept buying in the dips, and I knew where my sell point was going to be. So once it reaches that sell point, I'm going to sell off and probably end up having now what looks like, if my total is already at 1.5%, add another 4 cents, 5 cents a share, I'm looking at how much profit then. I'm assuming roughly 9% profit, maybe even 10, somewhere around there at the end of the day. Yeah, I would say about 10% at least, just based off of the fact that like I've kept buying in the dips, bought some at 55, bought some more again at around 66 today. So I mean, my average cost for Acre keeps driving down. It started at 73 cents, dropped 71, dropped 70, hung around 69 forever. Now we're at 68. I now have 225 shares of Acre. So when I sell it off, I mean, my equity value right now is 157.28. By the time it's all said and done, I'm hoping that will be pushing, what would that be then? 5 cents times 225 shares would be, I don't know the number exactly. Let me just do the math real quick. 0.05 times 225. Oh, wrong one. 0.05 times 225. That'd be another $11.25 added to the equity. So then I would be roughly at 168, 169. But anyways, other than that, with Acre BPMX, I bought another 50 shares of BPMX around 33, 34 cents. It didn't really move much today. It looked like it was going to just hop out of the gate and do big things, go up to 40 cents possibly, which is my target sell point, is 40 cents for BPMX. but really just hung around 33, 34 all day. There seems to be a pretty decent resistance at BPMX. I'll go ahead and just show you guys. I don't know why I'm just looking at looking on my Robinhood BPMX. For the day, let me get it just pulled up for the 1 day. As you can see, I have it marked for 40 cents. That's where I want to sell. But yeah, I mean, it started out, and after, pre-market hours, it went up to almost 36 cents. And I was getting really excited. I was like, oh man, hopefully it hits 40 so I can just sell it off. But I knew there was going to be a dip at some point. Sure enough, as the market opened, it took a dip. I bought some more during the dip. I didn't know it dipped all the way down to 32 cents. I wish I'd known that. But at work, obviously, I can't really keep up 100% of the day or anything yet. But I bought during the dip and kind of just rode it out. And as you can see, I mean, there was a resistance just roughly around like 34, 33 cents all day. There's a whole bunch of hype still at BPMX, and I think they're talking about earnings reports and some approval possibly for them as well. I don't know. I didn't really keep up with it much today. I just know that my target sell point is 40 cents. So I'm just going to keep writing it out. I don't think I'm going to buy any more shares of BPMX personally, but I'm hoping that tomorrow, since obviously it's just trending up, even though it kind of flatlined today, it's still trending up overall. If you look at like the last, let's just go to 10 days. You can see it's obviously trending up. It goes up and then it kind of flatlines for a couple days, goes up, goes down, and went down a little, but then it started going back up and flatlined again for about a day or so, really just a day. So hopefully it doesn't flatline too long, but I'm just hoping that it keeps up this trend. As you can see, the previous high was like, what, 31 cents, 31, 32. Then it jumped up 5 cents to 37.5. So hopefully it'll jump up another 4 to 5 cents and go to 40 plus. If it reaches 40 and kind of looks like it's going to flatline or dip after that, like if a resistance builds at 40, I'll go ahead and sell off at 40. But if it looks like it's going to go 41, 42, I might as well hold out and get a couple more pennies a share, because that'd be about $1 or $2 per penny that it goes up for me of extra profit at the end of the day. So again, I'm just gonna write it out. I'm hoping to sell Acre and BPMX all off and just quote unquote not start from scratch, but just go in with my whole new mindset, because obviously when I got into these stocks, I was kind of just still feeling my way out through it. But now that I'm building more confidence in my trades, sticking to my plan, I look for bigger things in the future with day trading instead of swing trading. I mean, I'm still going to see good profits in the end, but it's taking way too long. I mean, I bought this one like way back here, not the 28th, it was around the beginning of March here. And I mean, I've held it literally for like 2 weeks now, about a week or two. So I mean, just too long for me at the end of the day. I'm not a long-term investor. I'm more of a day trader, of course. Let me go ahead and pull up the chat and see if there's anything going on there. Nothing going on. See if we have anybody watching. We always got like one watching, at least it seems. 1 to 3 of you in there watching. If you guys want me to literally like discuss any type of stock, just hit it down below. If you're interested in any of these right here, just have your own stock that you're kind of keeping an eye on, but you want me to kind of tell you what I think of it, just let me know in the chat there, and I'll definitely do it for you all. But anyways, to the stocks that I am actually keeping an eye on. Obviously, Acre. We talked about Acre for God knows how long, and for God knows how long on this channel. But I just wanted to hit on it again. Obviously, as you can see, it had a high of 88 cents around the end of February. Kind of trended down, finally reached its bottom point, made a little smiley face, started going back up. They're still talking about a whole bunch of the FDA approval or whatever. I had a little brain fart there for a minute. Got a lot going on today. But let's just go to today, because that's what I'm excited about. As you can see, yeah, like I said, almost 72 cents in the pre-market around 7:40 this morning. That was on my way to work. I about wrecked when I saw that. I know you shouldn't use your phone while driving, but get excited when you see how much profit you're making. But obviously, like always, it seems that these penny stocks, especially the pharmaceuticals, market open, boom, went down, bought in the dip, like I said, around 66, 67 cents, and rode it up, started going up, and I got really excited here once it hit like 68, 69, and I was like, okay, yes, we're going to break 70 and keep going up. Of course not. It started flatlining, built a resistance around 68 cents, finally broke through that 68 cents roughly near the end of the day. If I remember, it was like 3 o'clock. Yeah, around 2:30, 3 o'clock, it started like breaking through. It almost hit 70 cents. I think it briefly did for like a minute, and then dropped back down to 69. But as you can see, it's like right at the 70 again. It's at 0.699. So I mean, if it can break through that 70 resistance, I think if we hit 71, we'll go ahead and take right on off to 72, 73 and beyond. but definitely exciting for sure. Do I think it's going to keep doing the same thing? Where I do think it is going to have a spike like always, like it has how many days in a row now? Let's go just back 5 days and see how it was. So as you can see, well, actually kind of trended down. Maybe I'm thinking of BPMX because that one did that a lot. But I think that this will continue. You'll see a spike in the aftermarket and pre-market hours. And then again, we'll have a little, let's go ahead and zoom back in. We'll go ahead and have another sell-off. I zoomed in too far. Let me go ahead and back out. I think we'll have it trend up a little bit. I think we'll probably see 72, 73 cents maybe pre-market hours. Then we'll see another sell-off around beginning of market hours, probably back down to 69 probably, I'm assuming. And we might even see a dip down to like 68. But I think obviously old resistances become new supports. So I think if we do break above 70 for a period of time, like where it gets to 71, 72 cents for a period of time, not just a quick second like here or anything like that, but if we have like a consistent little pattern, I think 70 will be the new support. So if it dips down below 70, I think it will be very brief, kind of like this morning where it dipped down to like what, 66 cents, somewhere in there. I mean, it was really a short period of time. We got close to 66. It was like, yeah, 67, but I mean, it hit 66 quick and bounced right back up to 68. So I think something similar will kind of happen. Can I tell the future? Of course not. It's just kind of what I'm thinking it'll do. I think we'll get up to 71, 72 cents. It'll kind of bounce to 68 and then hopefully just keep on going up, of course. So, if, like I said, it's never too late to hop into Acre if you're interested in that one. That's just kind of my perspective on it. If it reaches up to above 70 cents and dips down to 68, I'll wait for it to look like if it's going to bounce to 68, and I'll probably buy some more at 69. I'll just, of course, look at the RSI, MACD, and all that. But, yeah, I mean, Acre, obviously my target sell point is still 70 to 75 cents. More leaning towards the 75 cent now. So I mean, if you get in at 75 cents, guys, let me get my calculator pulled back up here. Not 75. If you get in at 69 cents and sell it off at 75, you're going to have a 6-cent profit divided by your initial investment of 69 cents. That's a 4% profit, guys. So I mean, that's not a bad profit at all. And if you want to hold it for a swing trade, I do think it will end up hitting 80 plus cents. So I mean, if you make, what would that be then, 11 cents off of your 69-cent investment, you're talking almost 16%. So I mean, it's just up to you and your trading style at the end of the day. I'm not really a huge guy. I'm not like a huge swing trader. I don't really like swing trading. I'm looking for the quick, I mean, not big, but just quick profits right now. Just keep compounding my account by day, not by week or anything. Now, obviously, days turn into weeks and whatnot, but I'm looking for like 5% a day, 3 to 5% minimum per day. But that's just my trading style at the end of the day. Let me get a drink here real quick. Sorry about that. Man, I don't know about you guys, but I love daylight savings time. When it doesn't get dark till like 8 o'clock now. It's pretty nice. Let me go ahead and hop in chat and see if anybody has any questions. Nope, not yet. Let's see if we got anybody watching still. We still do. We're already going on 13 minutes. Let me go ahead. We got 2 more stocks here that I want to show you guys. Gush is one. Obviously, I got in Gush a while back, made a quick little profit off of it. But now that I'm starting to understand the trend of it, I kind of see a support here roughly around, what did I say? Around like 2180, somewhere on there. And I see this resistance roughly around, of course, as you can see here, it got rejected a couple times. A new resistance around 2338, somewhere around there. Maybe 35, somewhere between 35 and 40. What I'm looking out for though is, let's go ahead and just zoom in on like the last 2 days. As you can see, it did go above the resistance for a period of time. It got all the way up to, let's see over here, around 2385, got rejected, came back down to 22 at one point, 2253. So it's really flirting around with possibly breaking through that resistance. So that's one thing I'm looking out for sure, is if it breaks through the resistance. If so, I don't know what I'm going to do exactly with it, to be honest, if I'm going to go ahead and buy in or not. As you can see, it is slowly, like, let's go ahead and just, this was a peak right here, and let's draw our line. As you can see, it's obviously trending up, but the thing is if we go ahead and zoom in on, like, let's just do the last 3 peaks, this peak here looks to be slightly, doesn't it kind of look like it's just a little bit under the previous two. Like this one even looks a little less than this one. So I mean I might be over analyzing it, of course, but just something about it doesn't like feel too right to me. So I'm just gonna kind of wait out on it. And obviously by this trend, it looks like this is due for a sell-off at some point. How big of one, who knows? Could it be this big? I sure hope so, but I'm expecting something probably similar to this one from last week. So again, if it goes above it, I don't know what I'm going to do, because it looks like it tends to do it in pre and post market hours. So I'm just going to, like I said, play it out, see how it does overnight. If it kind of starts having this little arch to it, I'll see how it does going into the market hours. And if it goes down, I'll go ahead and write it down, of course. Wait to see if it bounces off this new support or if it'll keep going down. Either way, I'll go ahead and write it, wait for the bounce. If you're wondering what I mean by bounce I mean, like, let's go ahead and zoom into just one day. So or maybe not one day, because that doesn't look as good. Let's do 5 days. That doesn't look as good. Okay, that's not quite as bad. So what I mean by bounce is, like, so you see how, like, right here, let's just go right here. So you see right here how it got all the way down to like 22.55. So like that's not where I personally would invest. I would wait for it to probably get right up here to around like 22.90, 22.91, and then that would confirm that it has bounced, because I would look at the RSI, look at just the what do you call them, like the MACD and all, just look at everything, just analyze everything. Like if it does this number and then like this does not confirm that's a bounce whatsoever. Like, for all you know, that this next candle here could have turned into like a red candle that goes even further. So I mean, this does not confirm a bounce whatsoever just because it's green. I like to see just a little bit of consistency personally, like a good 30 minutes. I mean, I wouldn't say minutes, because obviously a lot can happen in 30 minutes, but you get what I'm saying. Like, just confirm the bounce. I mean, a bounce is pretty much how it looks. It just bounce right off of the support or whatever low, essentially, and just ride it on up. I mean, who cares if you miss out? I mean, would I like to invest at like 22.55 and get how much more, like 30 cents more profit a share? Sure, but whenever you're talking these like bigger, like $20 a share stock, I mean, you're not missing out on a hell of a lot, in all honesty. Maybe like, what, about a percentage point? I mean, it's just not worth it to me. The risk over the reward just isn't worth it, if you ask me, because you're still going to be making like 3 to 4%, somewhere around there, if I remember right. You're going to make about 5 to 6% profit off of this stock if you just ride it out. So, I mean, like I said, I'm just going to look for it to continue. It looks like it's already starting to possibly go down, so I'm going to look for it to continue to do that, wait to see where it bounces exactly. I'll catch it at the bounce. Let me go ahead and zoom back out so you can see where I'm hoping it bounces. I'm hoping it'll bounce somewhere off of this 2170-ish area. I'll wait for it to bounce, get in, and hopefully sell off roughly around the 23.30, or maybe even a little higher around the 24 mark. So, I mean, like I said, around 4 to 6% profit, easy profit at the end of the day. Just doing your own homework. Like I said, I'm not telling you guys what to invest in whatsoever. I'm just showing you guys like my thought process behind my investments and how I could possibly help you guys at the end of the day. Another one, like I said at the beginning of the show, SHLD, which is Sears Holding Corporation. Let me check the chat real quick and see if there's any questions. No. So with Sears right now, the current resistance is roughly around the 258, and the current support is roughly also around, what, like 238, if I remember right? Yeah, and it's currently sitting, if I remember right, at like 240. Let me go ahead and just go on the 1 day. Oh, my neck hurts. Okay, so it's at 247 now, so it's actually gone up some. So what I'm going to do with this one is kind of just also, like I said, just write it out, see how it does tonight and tomorrow morning. I'm wondering if it's possibly going to go up here and maybe get rejected and bounce back down. Who knows, really? But what I'm looking for is a buy point of around like 239, somewhere around there. And then I hope to sell it off for, the only thing that kind of worries me is that it kind of got rejected here on 250. So I'm wondering if that may be a new resistance. But if you look at like the last 10 days, if I remember right, yeah, if you look at the last, this would be like a potential swing trade for those of you that are looking at swing trading. Because if you look at like the last 5, that's 10 days. Let's look at the last 20. Let me go ahead and zoom in on this here. This is from the 13th of February through, so I mean, this is about a month right here, a month period. So you're talking a good week at the minimum of a swing trade, because there's 4 peaks here. So yeah, about a week per trade. And if you catch it here around, like I said, I see a support roughly around like 239. So if you catch it at 239 and sell it off at 258, it looks like it gone up again to 252. So it might be testing that. But anyways, if you sell it off at 258, you're talking around a 5 to 8% profit. I don't know where I got 5 from. I knew I saw the 7.5 to 8%. But anyways, no matter like where you sell it off, you're looking at 4 to 8% profit. So I mean, for what would that be? Let's see. Yeah, like I said, about a week. Because as you can see here, like you catch around here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 days right there. A 4-day swing trade. Or if you wanted to like wait longer, let's go ahead and go back. I'm kind of intrigued by. Let me do this. Go back to the 20-day. That's kind of intriguing, but obviously if you go back, what I like to look at first things first is like the 180 days. So obviously it's trending down, so I would not want to hold this long term. I know right off the bat. I really don't even like investing in stuff that tends to be trending down, but obviously we've seen many like penny stocks, especially that start out by just a huge sell-off over like a 1 year period, and then next thing you know they bounce back up to new highs. So you never know. But generally with these that are trending down, I like to do like at the most like maybe one swing trade, then move on. But yeah, like I said, I mean you can definitely get like a good solid 3 to 5 day swing trade out of this. And if you catch it at a really low point, of course wait for it to bounce, confirm that it is bouncing. Wonder what this question mark is. Is this a report? Earnings report on 3/14. So look out for that as well, because that could be another sell-off coming. Because obviously if it has a poor earnings report, that could obviously cause a huge sell-off. So definitely be looking out for that. I don't know if you'd want to swing trade this one right now. I would kind of just ride it out, see how it does, see if it does in fact go back down, and if you can confirm that it might have already bounced. I didn't notice that. So this was today at 1 p.m. So it might have already bounced, guys. It's currently, it says 247 currently. See, but that's why it says 244 up here. But anyways, it might have already bounced. I would wait to see, like I said, just wait it out, see how it does. Yeah, I don't know. I personally would wait. I didn't know there was an earnings report on this one. I don't know how I didn't see that. Yeah, this one I'd kind of wait on. Definitely I'd put it in my watch list for sure. It's in my watch list. But me personally, I'm probably going to wait until it's earnings report, see what happens. That's another thing too at the end of the day. I mean, you can analyze charts all day, but if you don't know when like earning reports or like FDA approvals, if you're in pharmaceuticals, or just any kind of news, if you don't like keep track of that stuff, which I mean TD Ameritrade and all of them, they do a good job of like showing some kind of pop-up for you to like know what's going on, but like you got to do the homework yourself. You can't just depend solely on charts. Obviously, like you can't just depend on your basic chart. You can't depend on your RSI. You can't depend on your MACD. You can't depend on your VWAP steady. You can't depend on just the earnings report. I mean, everything intertwines at the end of the day. You just have to have a happy medium in between everything and just make the best call at the end of the day. So let me get a quick drink before I wrap this up. So let me see real quick if there's any more. If there's any questions in general. No questions. Anybody watching? So we still got one watching. Hey, we finally got some good stream health for once. Oop, wrong one. So yeah, I mean, if there's no questions, I'll go ahead and do one more stock just because I'm personally kind of interested in what's going on with JNUG right now. I don't know why I still have this mark at $13.99. That was for when I was trying to sell it a while back. Let's go ahead and zoom in here on just 5 day. Wow, so it did end up getting above like 14.69 a while back. But yeah, so obviously it had a sell-off here, and it's kind of been trending down ever since. So I personally, let me go ahead and just zoom in right here. So I think there might be a resistance here around, say, 13.58. So I'll go ahead and draw one in right here. I guess I should probably zoom out first, doing this stuff. I hate drawing trend lines in all honesty. But yeah, let's go ahead and make a new trend line here. So I know where I think the resistance is, and then I think there is a support. I don't know where, I would say support probably be in here around this area. So I'll go ahead and put one right here, because this is where I believe the new support is, somewhere around this area. So if you were to get in at this support here roughly around 1304 and wait it out until 1347, that would be what, a 43% profit divided by your investment of 1304. Oh, did the wrong number. 43 divided by your initial investment of 1303. That is a little over 3%, about 3.5% profit. So I mean, nothing big, but that's just a quick day trade, guys. I mean, if you can make, like I said, 3 to 5% a day minimum. I mean, I might actually consider watching what JNUG does here, see if it gets rejected again by the resistance there around 13. Now, is it exactly at like 1347? Of course not. Could it somehow get up to like 1366 and then get rejected? Sure, I'll go ahead and put another one right there just to be safe. There might be another resistance here. If it breaks through, I see this as like the main resistance. If you're looking at your VWAP, it'd be, I forget what they call that resistance. I just call it the main resistance, but this would be your next level resistance essentially. So if it breaks through this one, this would then be the next one, of course. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. It looks like it's getting rejected, so I'm going to hopefully see if it rides down. And if you notice the past few days with JNUG as well, it kind of goes down pre-market hours and then has the shoot up early market hours, and then it kind of levels off. So it kind of did similar today, but it didn't level off before the end of the day. So I do look for it to go ahead and trend down overnight and into early morning. So if it does, I'll go ahead and wait, see how low it goes, confirm a bounce, and then get in. Man, if it could get down to here again and then bounce, that could be an even bigger profit, guys. So you could easily be looking at 3 to, who knows, 9% off of JNUG. Just depends. So I mean, that's another one. That's a bonus for you, and I'm gonna go ahead and write it down in my notebook here after I get done with this video. But yeah, if we don't have nothing going on in the chat, I guess I'll go ahead and wrap this live stream up. Make sure real quick that anyone's even still watching, which there is. So yeah, just want to thank you guys again. I don't know if you all seen here, but we did finally hit 250 subscribers over the weekend. I want to thank you guys so much for that. Of course, I would have no reason to do this without your all support. So of course, I definitely appreciate you guys for that. And if this is your first video to me and you just gain some information from this, at least please give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. And if you are new and like these kind of videos and you're just looking to like achieve financial freedom, just look to get away from a job, just over broke as I like to call them, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below. On here I just talk about my debt-free journey. You guys probably can't see it right there, but talk about becoming debt-free, how to stay debt-free, how to just buy everything with cash, because cash is king at the end of the day. Just really how to live a financial free life. That's what we all are. That is what we are all about on this channel. So if that stuff does interest you, like I said, definitely start hitting that subscribe button below. But until next time, guys, if you guys do have any other questions, just post them down in the comments once this video uploads, and I will get to them either in the comments or in like an actual video for you guys. But until next time, guys, keep on going out there making profits, achieving some financial freedom this year, and I'll see you guys in the next video.